Data coming in about the Indian economy is mixed, but the positives outweigh the negatives. This is what the RBI Governor Shaktikanta said today in Mumbai at the Business Standard BFSI Summit. The Governor, however, pointed out that inflation remains a risk and the October data is likely to be much higher than the September data.
Data which is coming in is mixed, but the positives outweigh the negatives. And by and large, underlying economic activity remains, I think, fairly strong. Whether I am optimistic or pessimistic is not the issue. I'm just going by the hard, whatever evidence is available.
Speaking about the recent RBI action against some NBFCs, the Governor pointed out that the NBFC system remains robust and the regulator's action is corrective, not punitive, and overall it is guided by protection of consumer interest.
So out of 9,400 all NBFCs, action has been taken against 4. So therefore,
large
against 4, large or, but action has been taken against 4. So therefore, you can see that RBI's action is very calibrated, very selective, and it is action is taken in a very measured way. Now, every such action which is taken is not abrupt, it is not sudden. The action is preceded by months of direct bilateral engagement with the individual entities.
At the same time, DAS advised banks to be watchful of unsecured loans, although there is no evidence to suggest that they are being routed into stock markets.
You see, there is no hard data to establish that the money is going into stock market. There are anecdotal evidences that money is going into stock market. How much of it has gone into the stock market, it's very difficult to estimate.
The other aspect the RBI is watchful of is the credit deposit ratio. Though it has not hard-coded it, the regulator monitors the underwriting standards at banks and NBFCs.
So again, at the system level, at the system level, there is no issue. Let me be very clear. So we always look at what kind of underwriting standards are being followed, whether the underwriting standards are being diluted only to push credit. So that is number one. Second thing is we also look at the liability side with regard to each and every, you are talking about banks, so I will talk about banks. About each and every banking entity, we look about the liability side also, where the deposits are growing proportionately with their credit growth, because there has to be some correlation between them. And we have not hard-coded that this shall be the CD ratio for the banks. RBI has not prescribed any, there is no hard coding. But this is something which I think every bank, every banker understands, that the CD ratio cannot be, completely skewed.
Although the results of the presidential elections in the United States will take time to come, Das said there was no need for India to worry, whatever be the outcome.
I think overall, India-US relations have become much stronger. There is a strategic partnership between the two countries, and that will continue irrespective of who wins. Now, this is not my domain, but this is what I am telling you is common sense. The second thing is, irrespective of the global developments, irrespective of the outcome of the US elections and what kind of spillovers it will have for rest of the world, the Indian economy and the Indian financial sector is today well placed and very resilient to deal with any kind of spillover which is coming from the external world.
So the overall message remains very, very positive. India's economy and financial sector remain robust and strong to the extent that there will not be any adverse impact regardless of who wins the US elections. This summit is going to continue for 2 more days, so stay tuned. Thank you.